Hello, everybody, and welcome back to All In with Cassandra and I. So, today we're going to talk about the power of the pause. And this is really coming from a place of it's summertime and, a lot of things slow down, right? And sometimes we have to slow down in order to speed up. And so, what do I mean by that? Being intentional about pausing, it matters, whether it's in your leadership, your creativity, and honestly, even your personal growth. Um, I want all of us to kind of take a step back and just make room for that, whether it's having clarity around what you should be doing or what's going on, resting. Summertime is a great time to just, again, pause and rest. Whether you're trying to think through strategy for your business, for life, whatever it is, um, silence yourself and make space for that. And it doesn't mean we're taking a break from what we do daily or any of that. But what it does mean is it's okay to pause. It's okay to pause and sit in it and be okay with it. And even if you have to let people know I'm pausing. Um, there's something to be said for taking care of ourselves, and the power of the pause allows us to do just that. And we don't do it enough. And so this week, that's what I want us to do is I want us to really take time to sit, be still. Um, don't allow others to impede on our peace. Make sure that when you do your pausing, that it's intentional. And I mean that, and I'm talking from my own experience of recognizing I need to pause. And, it's the month of July right now, and we recognize that people are traveling and doing things and slows down, and that's okay. That's why the power of the pause is so important. And so for me this week, that's what I intend to do, even in the midst of still doing other things, is making sure that I'm taking time to make space for clarity, to make space for intentionality, and make space to pause on all the things that I know I have to get done. It's okay to just enjoy the sun. It's okay just to sit. It's okay to go take a walk. It's okay to not have a calendar full of things. It's okay. The power of the pause is quite powerful.
Thank you, Paula. Uh, I find a lot of times that I get the most clarity when I do quiet down my mind, when I do take a walk and not wear headphones, and just kind of be in my own head and space and heart. And sometimes that's what we need is to have that moment to reconnect with ourselves. And I think that is true of work, our personal lives, just asking ourselves what we need in any given moment. And in business and entrepreneurship too, sometimes, I was talking about this the other day with somebody about just feeling like you're always pushing to get to the next goalpost,
Hmm.
that there's always that next thing and always feeling like you're never
Yeah,
succeeding and always feeling like you're just trying.
yeah.
And I understand and have lived, my whole career, the reality of being an
Hmm.
entrepreneur and that there are seasons and that there are ebbs and flows to that. And I think part of it is to just like riding that wave with grace and knowing that sometimes you just got to sit on the beach.
Yes.
And I wrote a song years ago called Castles that sort of speaks to that, just trying to find um, yourself again.
Hmm.
And I think it's easy to, as Paula always says, life is lifing, right? It's easy to
Yeah.
let lifing cloud, that
Yes.
voice.
Yep.
And I think the pause too is really important when you're having difficult conversations or dealing with personal life situations that would be easy to be reactive and easy to be, kind of not present.
Yep.
And sometimes that moment of silence, both in those conversations as a leader, as a, all these different situations, helps you be more of a listener, be able to pause, reflect on it, be able to have a response that doesn't um, hurt you, but also
Hmm.
doesn't ignite. I mean, obviously you can't control other people, but it doesn't necessarily ignite a bigger conflict. I'm personally dealing with that. I won't go into it, but I think that sometimes quiet helps us be more intentional and actually does a better job of helping us move forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. And quiet is not a bad thing. And I'm about to sneeze. Hold on.
Woo.
Okay. Maybe it didn't come. But I think quiet is one of those things where I think it's underrated. And I think we sometimes feel, maybe it's just me, I think things have to always be happening and be busy in all the things. And oh, there's such beauty in quiet and being still and pausing, especially when life is lifing. Those are the hardest moments to be quiet and to pause because we almost feel like we have to continue doing all the things like, mm-mm. One of the best things we can do is truly be quiet and pause. And I want to be very clear. I am not saying that it's easy because it's not. But what I am saying is it's important for us to recognize the importance of it. We all know if we're not good, we cannot help others. We can't. We can't. And so much of this is about how do we take care of ourselves. And that is why the power of the pause is so important. So we're going to keep this short today because at the end of the day, I want us to pause too. And so part of this is just recognizing everybody, take the time this week and pause, no matter what's going on. I don't care if it's for 60 seconds, I don't care if it's for 60 minutes, but I want you to pause and just know, even while life is lifing, you still got to take care of yourself. And there's no way you can take care of anybody else if you don't pause. So with that, go out there and pause and be intentional about it. We'll see you next time.
All right, everyone. Bye.